challenged Trump's presidential eligibility under the Constitution's 14th Amendment insurrectionist clause. So here with us now for more on this breaking news, former U.S. Attorney Harry Litman. Now, Harry, thanks for jumping on with us. We don't yet know officially what this ruling will be on by the Supreme Court, but why does it make sense to you that this is what the justices could rule on tomorrow?
You know, Omar, it's a cloistered and very traditional institution. So when they do things a little different, it really stands out. Here, there are two things they've done different. First, they've made an abrupt announcement. We're going to release opinions Monday. Typically, they would have said the last time they were on the bench that this is the next time we'll announce opinions. Second, they are not going to be there. It's not one of their scheduled hearing dates. And that, too, is quite unusual for the release of opinions. So those are pretty glaring facts and departures from normal practice. And you add to that March 5th is Super Tuesday, as well as the date in Colorado, and their desire perhaps to clear up any uncertainty before voters go to the polls. And it all states a very strong, you're right, of course, we won't know till 10 a.m., but a very strong case that tomorrow the Colorado opinion is coming.
And look, throughout the appeals process, we knew there were efforts to try and get this resolved before the actual primary day, which again is on Tuesday. And this also has implications for other states that have tried and in some cases failed already to get Trump kicked off a ballot because of the 14th Amendment insurrectionist clause. But I'm curious, just from your perspective, based on what you've seen from these arguments, how do you think justices will rule tomorrow? If, again, this is what they're ruling on.
Right. I was at the oral argument, and it seemed quite clear to me and to most observers they are going to reverse Colorado. They are going to say Trump remains on the ballot. And you're exactly right. There's a whole bevy of states this influences, including Illinois just a couple days ago said he's off the ballot, but we'll wait to see what the Supreme Court says. So I think they're looking to clarify, especially in Colorado, but really across the country, and bring an end to what's been a very interesting, but I think ultimately not productive challenge, or it's not going to succeed to his remaining on the ballot based on his activities of January 6th.
And, you know, what's interesting about this is, again, if this ends up being the case, this would be an example of the Supreme Court ruling in a timely fashion in regards to the politics of the election. We know in regards to claims for his presidential immunity of things what he was doing, that ruling is pushed back to April, as we understand, which could then throw off the timeliness of any sort of trial for those particular claims. And I'm curious for you, just because we have so many legal cases and delays and appeals that are happening, I mean, how much more complicated could we get at this point? And does the Supreme Court take timeliness into consideration when making rulings of these magnitudes?
You know, it's a great question because they certainly seem to be doing it here. They could have taken the stance, we're indifferent to what's happening in the political process, but obviously if they're doing it tomorrow, it's with an eye on Super Tuesday. And you're exactly right about the immunity case. They've issued a schedule that is expedited, but nowhere near the sort of warp speed of previous cases like the Nixon case, like Bush v. Gore. So they can do it quickly when they want, and they know it's exigent. They're not slow walking the immunity case, but they're not going so fast either. And the weeks tick off in ways that, as we pointed out, everyone did last week, really has implications for whether that case will be heard in 2024.
Yeah, we will see. Harry Litman, appreciate you jumping on short notice for us. Always appreciate the insight.
Thanks, Omar. Have a good day.
We're also following key developments.